Oh, whoops, it's recording. Good afternoon. It is May 18th, 2022, and we had a big sell off today. So, um, I didn't see too many great entries, but the entries that you did have, um, you probably could have gotten a really nice move on. So we were trending down in the overnight. I don't see anything between 5 o'clock. Like this is not a second entry, so you can't enter there. And the open, right after the open, you get a first entry, second entry, close to the EMA. I like that you have a close outside and a move to a new high all in the same bar and a good signal bar. So um, I like that move. Oh, this is choppy, so nothing here. And it goes way too far from the EMA here. You get this leg of correction. This is not any setup that I would like. It's like a third entry. You might consider that though. And we're just moving back and forth here. We form this level of support. So you might take, to be honest, I mean, especially that looks like that's a measure. Oh, wait, no, that's not a measure move. The measure move is here. So you might consider this double test that far from the EMA just to ride it back to the EMA. But here we get a second entry short in what is pretty clearly a downtrend. So I like that. And I think I marked this because it's like a like a like a triple quadruple bottom with a really bullish signal bar, but that's a pretty big signal bar. Actually, we have a second entry short right here, so I didn't see that. With room back to the EMA, I think that's a good trade to take. And then we hit this price level exactly again, and it's very far from the EMA. This is probably the most risky, I would say, in here, but it still looks pretty good. Then we get confirmation of this trend channel, but no setup there. We come here, we test this price level a couple times. You get a second entry short right here. It just doesn't trigger. And then we come through here. We break through that price level. And you get a first entry, second entry. Fails to break back into this range. I think that's a pretty good entry. And we're moving down. You get this really tight, strong channel right here. And so, Max says, with all these dojis and small corrections, you can take anything off of any good signal bar off this trend channel. So come down here and you get this lower high. You can take that. Lower high, you can take that. Lower high, you can take that. I think this one's a little this felt like it was towards the end of the trend. You can see those perfect dojis right there. I mean, so I don't know. It felt a little late in the trend, but you can see that those all work. And this one's pretty tempting, but I don't see any reason to take it because we're overdue to get back to the EMA. We make a new low. So this, you get this channel up, and then this flatter channel up, and those both fail. You get a first entry, and then they trap me right here. It's just a bad decision, really. You get a first entry, failed second entry. Well, the failure didn't work, but it ticks higher right here, stops. Oh, excuse me. It goes lower, fills people who went short beneath this bar, and then it goes higher. And look, that didn't even get back to the EMA. So, and it's not off a trend channel. So don't be taking engulfing bars like that. And look, if you waited, this isn't a great signal bar, but the failure happens. And we knew we were pretty confident it was going to happen. Just don't take the bait too early. And then you get this channel here. So on a day like today, you really might consider these lower highs. This is a failure. This is just a lower high. You might consider those. Leg of correction, steep leg down. These are on my practice account. You get an overshoot, leads to a break. And this correction up. This looks like 1-2 legs up to me. Move to a new high. You might take this one right here, to be honest. First entry, second. It looks like a third entry, but it's a lower high with all that room back to the EMA. I just don't like it. It made a higher high than this, so I don't really like that. But on a day like today, you might consider those, and you might consider this one, but Come down here, test that price level once. First entry, second entry, testing that price level again. I say you take that. And this kind of looked like a double bottom to me, though, so you might look at this one as the second entry. But that looks aggressive. But if you get this lower high, that looks like a really good move, and that ends up being a good move. We come down here, very far from the EMA. First entry, second entry short, good setup. First entry, second entry short, not as good of a setup. I marked it red, but it's very congestive at this point. That's probably green. First entry, second entry, you might consider that. It looks pretty good. But then you would go short on this one with the matching high. If there's room back to the EMA, I like that. Congestion, and then the floor falls out from beneath us. You get a first entry, second entry. The reason I marked this, it's a doji, but it's also a first entry, failed second entry long. So that's why I marked that. And we're just ranging. I don't see anything in here. First entry, second entry, double test, room back to the EMA. It's a good trade. And I think that's what I saw into 1230. So hope everyone had a good day. These are the days you want. I didn't do well, so if you didn't do well, don't even worry about it. But yeah, have a blessed day. I'll be back tomorrow.